Hello class, my name is Miss Boyd, and today we're going to be learning about the slope of a line. So if you can take out your journals and write down these few definitions as we go over them. So the first one is positive slope, and this is defined as a line that rises from the left to the right. And a visual that goes along with this is going to be a line that goes up, left to right, just like the definition says. The next one is called a negative slope. This is a line that falls going from the left to the right, so it's going to look like this. And if you could draw these photos with your definitions. The next one is zero slope, and this is going to be a horizontal line that crosses the y-axis. So it's going to go parallel to the x. So it's going to look like this. And the next one is undefined, and this is going to be a vertical line that crosses the x-axis. So it's going to go parallel to the y. Now we already know about x and y axes, but this is just a review of what they cross. So these are your definitions. Now as we go on to the steps for our lesson, we're going to have 3, so if you could write them please below your definitions. So our steps are know your x and y axis, which we all should, but this is just a reminder. Number 2 is what direction is your information going. Now in our lesson, you're going to be given 4 boxes, and it's going to be fill in the blank. So I give you some information, and off the definitions and what you already know, you're going to fill in the rest of the information to describe the different slopes and the pictures that go with them. And step 3 is fill in the blank. So it's just reminding you what to do in your lesson. Now, as we get on to our example questions, there's going to be 4 questions that I'm going to have you work on. See that? Now you can see that I have filled in some stuff. Like for section 1, this is going to be the definition. It's going to be a picture, a description of the picture, and your term. So for the first one, we have slope falls. So what picture goes with this? We're going to see a line that goes down. So we're just going to draw a line that goes down. And I already have drawn out some of the x and y axes for us today. So this is what our slope is going to look like. Now, for the next part, is going to be to fill in a description of what we see. Now, when it falls, it's going to go down, left to right. And you can just write that in the box. And for the third one, we are going to put what it is. So can anyone tell me? Yes, it is going to be a negative slope. And that is how everything is going to go for the examples and the practice problems. So for number 2, we're given a vertical line. Now what kind of line does this mean we have? Vertical meant that it crossed the x-axis and it goes up and down. So we're going to draw what it looks like. We're going to just, we have it there. We're going to say it goes up and down. Great. Goes up and down. And then we have the name of it. So can anyone tell me the name? It's going to be undefined. So I got a little mixed up with my colors. So for this one, we are given the picture, and it is a line that is going up from left to right. So what that means is that we are going to have a line that rises left to right. That's going to be the description. Now the definition is goes up or slope rises. And the definition for a slope that is rising is positive slope. Now, for the last one, we have a zero slope. So what we're going to do is first we are going to define a zero slope just to get our definition out there. And that goes left to right. Because the vertical went up and down. So this one goes left to right. And we can draw the picture for that. It goes across the y-axis. And the description of the picture is a horizontal line. And the definition is zero slope. So now we're going to get into our practice problems. And our practice problems are going to give you a couple minutes to go over them with your classmates. You can work in teams, in your table teams. And then we're going to go over them briefly with me as a class. For this section, we won't have too much time to describe them, so I'm just going to give you all the answers, and you can check your work as we go. Okay, so this is what you have, and if you could just take a couple minutes. Now that we've come back to now that we're done with our thing, we're going to go over all the answers. So first we have up from left to right. So what kind of picture does that give us? That gives us a line that goes up and rises. Now this means we have a rising slope. So we're going to put rising slope. And the definition is a positive slope. Or the term for the definition. Now the next one we have a horizontal line. The horizontal line goes this way, left to right, across the y-axis, correct? It is described as going up and down, or left to right, to right. And the definition for this is a zero slope. Now for the next one, we have a negative slope. Now we all know that a negative slope is different from a positive slope, so it's going to go down left to right. So we're just going to draw a line that goes down. We're going to say slope falls. And the description is going to be down, left to right. Now for the last one, we have a vertical line. So this is going to be, goes up and down. This means that we have a vertical line. And that it goes up and down. And the definition, or the term for all these definitions, is undefined. Okay. So this is how we do our lesson plan for a slope of a line. We now know our different terms and how they're used, how they're described in two different ways, and what the picture looks like. So on your homework, you can expect something similar to this. More fill in the blanks or circle true and false of different combinations of the definitions. So you can refer back to your notes that we've taken today, along with the practice problems and the example problems. Thank you very much.